Hello fellow business owners, in this video I'm going to teach you the most important number that you need to know and understand in your business. If you just knew this number alone, you could manage and run your business effectively and drive profit. You don't have to learn everything a bloody accountant learns. You can just learn this. That's your break even. And there's actually two numbers I'm going to teach you today. That's your cost break even and your profit break even. If you know that, then you're laughing. So in this video, I'm going to show you what break-even is, why it's important, and then how to use it in your business. So let's get into it. Let's start with why break-even is important. And the metaphor here is you think of your business as a plane. So if you're flying your plane, you're in the cockpit. One of the key things you need to know when you're flying the plane is your altitude, how high off the ground you are. If you don't know that, obviously you're going to get into big trouble and you'll end up crashing the plane. It's the same with your business. Your altitude is the level or the gap between what sales you've produced and what your break even is. When we calculate your break even, you'll know exactly how many sales you need to do each day, week, month, and year to break even, either to cover your fixed costs or to reach your profit targets. So that means anything above that is how high your business is off the ground. So it's your altitude. So if your daily break even is $1,000 and you've done $2,000, you know you're $1,000 off the ground. Now the metaphor does break down a bit in the fact that you can be under break even for a while in your business and still be okay, but that will not last forever. In the end, you will crash and burn just like the plane would do the second you hit the ground. So it's really important you know this number and you can look at it as a gauge in your cockpit, in your business, so you know each day, week, month, year, whether you've had a good day and whether you're on target or not. And if not, do something about it to make sure you can keep moving in the right direction. Let's break that down a bit deeper now and look at both cost break even and profit break even. These are the two numbers you really need to know, and I'll explain what they are. Now I've drawn out this nice graph. My drawing is terrible, so apologies for that. I remember when I went to school, I changed schools in the final year at school, and I was doing graphic design at my old school, which is on a computer, and I quite enjoyed it. Going to the new school, they didn't have graphic design, they just had art. Art, drawing with my hands or doing anything like that, forget it. I stink. The teacher hated me. I think I got a U in my exam, ungradable. Oh, it was terrible, a disaster, absolute disaster. But my whole schooling was a disaster, to be honest with you. Just check out my story on my site. Shows you how terrible schooling is. But drawing is definitely something I should not be doing. So apologies for my dodgy drawing, but a visual does help to get the point across. So in this graph here, we've got dollars on the side, so that's your sales, and time on the bottom. So that time could be weekly, monthly, daily, whichever you're looking at. Now then we've got the two lines. Both lines, one is a cost break even and one is a profit break even. So that's where the sales need to be to us to get the cost break even or the profit break even. So our cost break even really in this example is the ground. It's our ground. It's the ground of the business. Otherwise underneath that you're making a loss or you're flying way too low to the ground. Now cost break even means the sales you have to do to cover your costs and end up with zero profit. So it's just the sales you need to do each day, week, month, and year to cover your costs and make zero profits. That's the minimum where you want to be. Now your profit break even is then with a profit target added to that. So you might say, I want to get a profit this year of $500,000. So we add that to the calculation to get your profit break even. So we know if we reach in that sales target, we're on track for the profit of $500,000 for the year. Because then what you can do is you can track your progress. So each month you can, or each week, I would be looking at your sales, at least weekly, most of the time daily, and comparing that against your profit and your cost break-evens. So you know exactly where you are. You don't have to wait for your accountant to produce, or your bookkeeper to produce a profit loss account from zero, or your accounting software and sit there, scratch your head and wonder if you're making a profit or not. We know straight away. So you can start plotting yourself here. And instantly you can see, as you plot the sales, you know exactly how you're tracking and whether you're doing well or not. And what you're plotting is the height of your plane. So you can see here, once they're over the top of this line, your sales are above our profit target, and that's great. If they're below the line, then obviously you're making a loss. So some months can be good, some months can be bad, or weeks or days, whichever one you're looking at. But by knowing this, you know each day, week, month, year, whether you're on track to reach your profit and whether you've made enough money to make some profit or cover your costs. Here, everything here is profit. It's all profit. There's only 1 month we actually make a loss, or 1 week, depending on what time frame we're looking at. But we're not quite at the 500,000 yet. We are some weeks, but we want more weeks above that. So then we can do things to help improve that. And as you can see, exhibit A, drawing is shit. But you get the point. And the point is you need to know what those numbers are. Now let me go through some examples with you and how I use this with clients and how they use it to help make better decisions for their business. Now you understand what break-even is and why it's important, the difference between the cost break-even and your profit break-even. Now let's look at and discuss how to use this. So whenever I'm working with a client, one of the first things I always do is calculate their break-even. This gives me an idea of how financially viable the business is. We want to know exactly how much our costs are, what our margins are, and then obviously what our break-even is. And then you want to compare that to, okay, what are we actually doing now? So if we work out our monthly break-even is $200,000, okay, what's our monthly sales now? Well, on average, they're 250, 220. All right, we're above break-even. That's good. This business is working. Sometimes I work with clients and they're not above break-even. Then you can use that tool to go, okay, how big is the gap? Can this gap be filled? Or what else can we do to reduce the break-even? And I've had some clients when we've done that and we've gone, this business isn't financially viable, we need to get you out. And we've got people out of the business. Other times it's like, okay, if we reduce our costs here, take this off here, improve our margins here, the gap's not that big and we can work to get there. So then we work on implementing strategies to increase the sales to get us to our break-even level. That's one of the first things you use it for. Then I will add the profit and work out what the profit break-even is as well. So if I got a client and we've discussed, okay, what we really want this business to do is to be producing X amount of profit a year. So I want to get to 500, $1 million a year profit. So you can add that in and go, okay, well, what would the sales need to be based on the current cost structure for us to get there? And again, you're looking at how financially feasible it is. And what you'll do is you'll look at the figures as a whole and go, all right, we need to get 500,000 profit, we need 400,000 a month in revenue. And if we've got the average job value or average sales value, you can then work out how many sales that is. Then you can say, okay, well, is that feasible? Can we get enough customers on what we're doing now to get to that level or not? So that helps drive that decision. The other thing it's key to use for is then to help make decisions of when's the right time to bring on new employees, like additional costs. When's the right time to move premises? Can you afford it or not? This is what I've been doing literally last week with clients. We're making a decision whether can we afford to bring on sales reps. Well, let's have a look where we are from a break-even point of view right now. Let's have a look if we put those costs in, what happens to break even? Can we cover that or not? And another client where we're looking to move premises, is this the right time to do it or not? So it helps you make those financial decisions to then not blow out your money or blow out your profit. The other thing is, the other way you use it as well is obviously you're then monitoring your sales each day and week and month to see how you're tracking against those figures. And if you're not getting where you need to get to, you can then do something about it. So then you might up the marketing, put more pressure on who's responsible for that area to see what's going on, review your site, whatever it is that needs to happen. And it could also be, all right, we need to cut some costs. Sales have gone down. We're working hard to get them back up again, but we can't afford this level of costs. Let's start cutting back. And that's where it's extremely valuable to know this figure, and then that's then how you use it. Congratulations for getting to the end of the video. I hope you found it useful, and if you stayed this long talking about numbers, and then credit to you. A lot of business owners don't want to talk about their numbers because they don't want to look at them and face up to them. So kudos to you for doing so and for getting this far. Now, if you do want any help, got any questions, you can write a comment below. Check out the website, look at the academy or the coaching. I can help you. You can book in a call with me or jump straight into the academy and start getting more information and tools to help you calculate your break even. And also make sure you like, subscribe, all that stuff on YouTube. Plenty more videos there for you to learn from too. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.